Sandra, welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please hit that great big subscribe button now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as you go along. So today finally my best friend got out of hospital. It's been a really pretty much horrendous 7 days for me, to be honest. The last week's been quite difficult, to say the least. I mean, I had low blood pressure myself at the beginning of the week, you know, like at the beginning of last week. And I felt really poorly. I was dizzy. My hands were going numb. The blood was draining from them. It was poorly. I was dizzy. My hands were going numb. The blood was draining from them. It was all really not very good. And I went to see the doctor on the Tuesday, and I was diagnosed with stress due to the grief of losing my furry kid, Chestnut, who bled to death over a period of about 2.5 hours or more. So the remedy was literally, although I said that, hi Michael, although I said, I'm just recapping on what's happened over the last week and saying how difficult it's been for me. So basically, you know, I had all that, and then, so yeah, the remedy was to cry and not just say, yeah, I'm better and I've moved on, when even, you know, I'm still grieving, basically. And then after that, on the Thursday, 2 days later, my best friend texted me about 10 to 9 at night saying she collapsed at work and was in hospital. It was followed a couple of messages later by a picture with her having tubes for her nose because she couldn't breathe on her own. So I was trying to hurry to go and see her, and I literally tripped, slipped, and fell in the shower room, getting out the shower because I was in a hurry. I hurt my right foot, which was bruised. I got little bruises on each of my knees. I hurt my head. It's going down now though, so you can barely see it, but it was across there. And I was in shock, to be honest. It was not very good. My shower room is so tiny that I end up wedged between the shower base and the door with my head on the floor. It wasn't very good. Anyway, after that, I managed to get up, even though my left leg was shaking because it was putting all the pressure on there. Managed to get a taxi up to see my friend. I've been with my friend every single day at the hospital for the last 5 days. Today, Monday, so she'd been in Thursday till Monday. She was finally released, even though yesterday they told her she'd have to be in a few more days. So it's all been kind of crazy, and there's been other stuff going on as well. It's a bit personal. So anyway, yeah, to do with financial stuff and places getting things wrong. But you know, hopefully it'll be sorted out before Christmas. So yeah, that's been all going on. So today, when my friend finally went back home, I was dropped off by she rents a room from a guy, so he dropped me back off home. And then I had went to do some shopping, and then I decided I was gonna see a movie because I need to chill out myself and recuperate, because obviously I was diagnosed with stress, and then I haven't had chance to really breathe much in the last 5 days because my best friend, you know, she's the world to me, you know, and I didn't want to lose another best friend. Chestnut was my best friend. She's my best friend, and she was in a really, really bad way. I mean, we found out that she had a life-threatening condition. You know, people die of what she came in with. So that's how bad it was. Yeah, so it wasn't good. She's got to be off work for at least another 2 weeks. So anyway, I think it's always good once you've got the initial, you know, stuff you have to do out of the way in life, you know, because obviously you've got to prioritise, make things like that are urgent and top priority your priority. And then you've obviously got to take care of yourself as well. So today I went to see the film Mortal Engines. I've literally just got back home about 5 minutes ago and got straight into my pyjamas. So the movie Mortal Engines, wow, it's a really good asexual film to see. I say asexual film because there was literally no sex in it whatsoever, and the love story was really good. So basically, Mortal Engines is actually set in like a, it's kind of weird, it's kind of like set in a futuristic world, looking back at our world now in the future. It's really weird, but the future world is like not, it's like a mixture of really sort of advanced stuff and really dark age stuff. It's really weird. It's kind of a very mixed film. I'm not going to give the whole stuff away, you know, of the film, but it's really weird. It's kind of old meets new, all put together. It's like it's a very, very strange film, but a very, very good film. It's known as a sci-fi drama, but there is a love story that goes throughout it. And there's some sad stuff, I'll warn you. There is some sad stuff. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But the love story was really, really good. I mean, there was no sex whatsoever, no sexual innuendos, no sexual touching, nothing, just pure love. I mean, these characters were amazing. Because the way the story develops, that the love they have for each other is like that really strong bestest ever friendship bond where you look out for each other. You just take care of each other no matter what, and you take care of each other because you've grown to love each other and to just feel safe, and that you'll look after each other always, and that you can take on the world together. And I just love that type of love. I just love it, that's what love should be about. It shouldn't be about sex. I don't care if loads of people who love sex want to have a go at me. Fine, do what you like, but sex is not love. It really isn't love. At the end of the day, people get old. Some people can't have sex for whatever reason, even if they are sexual. And unless you've got that strong bond of friendship, looking out for each other, loving each other, caring about each other, really, really just being so into each other because you just love each other's company. You just love spending time together. You just love, being around the other person. You just really feel protective of them, care in a good way, not a possessive way, caring of them. I just wished more relationships were like that. I just wished that the world was more like that, I really do. And I think I really wished that all the relationships in the world were based on that foundation, because that is really why a lot of, in my opinion and experience, that's why a lot of relationships don't work. There's a lack of care and love and genuine sort of friendship and camaraderie and, besties ever, bonded. That bond I mean, don't you? When you're just bestest ever friends, just nothing can touch you. It doesn't matter what comes your way. Just doesn't. It just, the love just stays strong and gets stronger. And I just, there was no kissing even. It was just, the actor and actress who played the main parts are just incredible. The guy, the main character, was really good looking as well, even though he wasn't a foreign type of guy I would usually like the look of. But he did have short dark hair, was thin, clean shaven. He had nice eyes. He's got beautiful eyes. Yeah, really nice looking person. But I just love the love stories like that. I just want there to be more like that in person. And I haven't found my asexual soulmate. I've pretty much resigned to the fact it might take me another 4 years to find them. I mean, I've had 4 years still of not finding my asexual soulmate. I'm not going to give up, but I'm not, I'm just going to get on with the rest of my life, the other things in my life, looking out for the guy, thinking one day he'll turn up and show up, thinking just maybe this is not the right time at the moment because I've got other things going on in my life. And one day he'll show up, I hope he does. I know he's out there. I don't just believe, I know he is. Whether I'll meet him in this life, I'm not quite sure. I think I'd need him from the previous life if you believe in reincarnation. But, I just, I never give up on my soulmate. I never will. But at the same time, I've just resided now thinking, Sandra, you've had 4 years of trying to find him. So I think you've probably got another 4 years. That's okay. And if I still haven't found him, well, I just still haven't found him, innit? I'm not going to accept second best from a guy. I'm not going to be with a guy who's clearly not that interested in me. I'm not going to be with a guy who I'm invested in more than he is in me. I'm not going to be best friends with, well, you can't really be best friends with someone unless they're best friends back with you. But, some people are quite cunning. I've had guys in the past that have been like my best friends, I thought. And then as soon as I got in a relationship with them, they turned that horrible on me. So I don't want that again. I was with my long-term ex, who I was with in total for 8.5 years. We were friends for like 8 months before then. Like, really good. I thought we were best friends, soulmates. And then it just, as soon as he started living with me, that was it. It started being nasty, So I don't want that again in my life. I don't want to live with a guy. I love living on my own, I'm really romantic though. I'd like him to live near me, but I've got to find a good guy. If I'm not going to find a good guy, that's fine. I'm not going to be with anyone. I'll just stay single forever, and that's okay, because I don't want a bad person. There's a lot of people out there, sadly, that are just not suitable for relationships. They just don't know how to behave. They're just all after sex all the time. It's pretty disgusting. And it's not nice, There should be more people in the world that want pure love, the love where you're bonded in deep friendship. My parents, they've been married 50 years next year. Now, I'm very different to my parents, but they have got this soulmate connection, this type of best friends, they do have that. I admire that in them, and I think really they were born to be together, really, so it's good. And I hope one day that I get what they've got, that's why I believe in soulmates. Some people just don't believe in soulmates, but that's why I do, because my parents are like that. I've known other people like that, other couples. So I know it exists. So it's not like it's completely out of reach, but I'm very good on my own. I have to admit, I'm very good as a single person. I'm very strong in general. And there's a lot of benefits to being single as well. And I think until you meet the right person for you, then it's good to just have as many friends as possible. Like, I'm trying to make more asexual friends these days, because friendship is the foundation for any good relationship. But obviously the thing is I'm, I tend to analyse. The only thing is I tend to analyse, like, which one of my friends might be my partner in the future, as friendship is the foundation for everything. But to be honest, none of the people who I'm friends with, I could ever see me being in a relationship with anyway. So that pretty much just rules them out. But not as a friend. It's amazing. I mean, I love, having really good friends. And I think the more good friends I have, the less likely I am to get with bad relationship person, and sadly there's a lot of people out there that aren't so good, but there are people that are nice. There are people with kind hearts. I'm sure there's lots of guys in the world, I just haven't found them yet, have got beautiful hearts. I found some of them, they're my friends, which is amazing. I found some really good guys with some beautiful hearts who I'm proud to call my friends, so there are some really good guys out there. I haven't found a romantic one there yet, I have to admit. But yeah, if you're going to see the cinema, the Mortal Engines has just come out, if you like a bit of sci-fi, a bit of special effects, you like a good storyline, there's quite a lot of action in it. Hi, Heather. I always... Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. So if you like action, like a lot of action, it's good. Thanks for the thumbs up. That's really good. Any more's appreciated. So just to sum up, because I've been obviously talking for quite a bit now, is Mortal Engines is like a sci-fi drama with a love story going through it, and it's got no sex in it. And it's just no sexual stuff whatsoever, not even kissing. So it's a great asexual film to watch. So I'd say, if you want to watch a film, it's great. It's certificate 12A as well, so most people can watch it. So unless you're watching this channel and happen to be 12 years or under, you need an adult to accompany you, then, sometimes I think that's me. I'm like, oh, 12, yeah, that sounds about right to me. Because, like, I like to be like a teenage kid. I'm like, really, I should have an adult with me. You're 33, Michael. Gosh, you look younger than that. Yeah, I think you talk probably like you're 33, but I think you look younger. Yeah. Wow. Yes. I'm about 12. Not really, but sometimes I feel like it. But yeah, no, it was good to try and watch that and de-stress, but it's a bit sad in places, which obviously when you've had quite an emotional week with your best friend going to hospital, bit under grief yourself and everything, kind of watching films with a bit of sadness in them it makes you a bit more emotional, if you know what I mean. You need to update your photo. Why? Are you 28 in that photograph? You do look like you're about 28 in the photograph. So yeah, so go and watch Mortal Engines. It's just come out. If you like sci-fi, if you like action, if you like nice settings, like if you like sort of like futuristic stuff, but oldie worldy stuff at once, it's kind of like really weird. It's like two different worlds collide, like the old with the new. It's really strange. The one I'm using is from a few years ago. Yeah. Quite a few asexuals do that, which is, I guess it's fine if you just want friends, but I mean, if you're looking for a romantic partner and they've got pictures like 6 years old and you experience aesthetic attraction and they've changed somewhat, it's not very fair, really. But if you've got a picture, you love nerd movies. If you've got a picture and it's like, not changed much, it doesn't really matter. But it's just when it's changed a lot, I think it matters. Yeah, the film's really good. I really liked the film. It's on for 2 hours and... Is it 2 hours and 10 minutes or something? 2 hours and something minutes. So it's a long film. Yeah, I didn't... The film, like the trailer started at 8:40 and I didn't get I didn't get home till 12:45. So it finished, I think it finished about 10 past 11, something like that. I mean, it takes me about 25 minutes to walk home. So it probably finished. I watched all the credits, so it's really funny. I always watch the credits. So everyone had cleared out there, and the two guys that come in to sweep up the popcorn and stuff, they're like, one of them goes, "Oh, you're fine. You're welcome to watch the credits." I thought, good, I know, I've paid for them. And then he said, "But do you mind if we, sweep it?" I'm like, "No, go for it. Do what you like. I'm fine. I always watch the credits." So I just stay there. I said, "Oh, I bet you don't get many people watching the credits, do you?" And he goes, "Yeah, actually, we do. Like, usually for every screen now, we get one person that stays and watches the credits because the Marvel films, I'm a huge Marvel fan. The Marvel films always have a bit at the end of it, but a lot of other films don't, but people just stay on anyway, just in case." And he said, sometimes we tell people that, there's nothing after the credits. They didn't say this to me, but I just like to stay on anyway. They have some of the best music as well on the credits, and I like to know where it's filmed. Like, I was quite surprised it's filmed in New Zealand. To be honest, a huge majority was filmed in New Zealand, but I wouldn't have thought that from the film and the content and the storyline at all. So that was very, very interesting. Yeah, but the score was brilliant at the end. I always love the music one. I like to see if I know the actors at the end, and I just think if you pay for a film, it's good to watch all of it, including the credits, to be honest. And I do like to see if there's a little bit on the end, because sometimes, even if they're not Marvel films, they sometimes have a little bit at the end. So anyway, if you're going to the cinema, go and watch Mortal Engines. If you don't like nudity, there's no nudity in it. If you don't like sex, there's no sex in it. If you don't like sexual touching, there's no sexual touching. If you don't like kissing, there's not even any kissing in it. And there's love without sex, and there's love without kissing. There's not even... Well, I'd say it's kind of romantic, because I think everything's romantic. I'm hyper romantic. I kind of think it's romantic in the sense of what they do for each other, the gestures they do for each other, the way they take care of each other. Clearly the bond they have, that's romantic to me. But I think an aromantic person would even like it, especially if an aromantic person was into having a relationship that had no romance, no kissing, no sex, no sexual touching. I think that's a film they would really enjoy. They'd be like, that's the type of relationship I want. So, because some aromantics, like those who lack romantic attraction, some of them still want a queer platonic relationship or a platonic relationship. So, and they kind of want a relationship based on a lot more friendship, deep rooted bond, camaraderie, companionship. I've stayed for the credits of movies on before Marvel popularised after scene credits, and not because I expected any after credits, but because I wanted to know the titles for the music. Yeah, sometimes I do that too, Michael. I like to know what the music was. What the music was called, what album it's off. Yeah, it's really good. But sometimes you can think, oh, who's that? But sometimes you don't even know who they are because you don't know what their names are, and they still put them on the end anyway. I'm like, what the heck name was that? Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you to tonight. So, Mortal Engines, one to watch and put on your asexual films to watch list. It's been lovely to chat with you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thanks for whoever's given me a thumbs up already. The more thumbs up, the better. Share this video with a friend or anyone who may benefit. Take care, Michael. Good night. Good night, Heather. Good night, everyone else that's watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell icon to get notified every time I go live like now or post a new video. Until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.